Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today my name is Osiatali. So in today's tutorial video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I made this beautiful short dress that you see me wearing. I'll be sharing with you how I made it from the start to the finish. If that's something you do not want to miss, please subscribe to the channel, keep on watching, and let's get started. So guys, I already drafted out the pattern I'm going to be using for this tutorial, which was my last tutorial that I shared with you guys. If you haven't seen that video, please use the card you are seeing on the screen right now to watch that video. So this is it. We have the front and the back pieces. Okay, now I'm going to use these pieces to cut on my fabric and my lining piece for this tutorial. So that's what I'm going to do right now. This is what I had after I was done cutting it out, guys. This is the center front. You can see I added ½ inch sewing allowance to all the sides, and I cut both the actual fabric and the lining pieces. I ironed hairstay to the fabric and the lining pieces before I went ahead to cut it out. The same thing applies to the side back. I also ironed hairstay to the pieces before cutting it out, and I added all the joining allowance. So for the back, I also cut it out with the joining allowance. I iron hairstay to only the actual fabric of the back, but for the lining pieces I didn't iron hairstay because I ran short of hairstay. So if you have hairstay, you can go ahead and iron into it as well. So this is the lower body. This is the sleeve and the skirt part of this dress. I went ahead to cut it out off camera for the sake of time. You can see it is folded into two, so the width is 17 inches, and this side here I have it to be 11 inches, 10 inches plus extra 1 inch for the sewing allowance. Then here 6 inches, 5 inches plus extra 1 inch for the sewing allowance. So I just curve it out just like that. By the time you put rubber here and gather the upper side, it's going to give you that puff hand effect. So that's it for the sleeve. So this is the skirt part of this dress. I also went ahead to cut it out off camera. So what I did is I took away my half length, which is 16 inches, and I placed it on the fabric like this, and I measure all the way to the length, which is 34 inches. So that was how I got it, and I added extra 1.5 inches for the sewing allowance. I also got the hip line, as you can see. So that is it, guys. So for the waist, I took my round waist measurement divided by 4. I added 1 inch for the dart, and I added the sewing allowance. Then I came to the hip line. I took my hip measurement divided by 4 and I added sewing allowance. The same thing here. I took my round knee measurement divided by 4 and I added sewing allowance. So that was how I went ahead to cut it out. I also cut the lining piece. You can see the lining piece is not as long as the actual fabric, because from this line, which is the hemline, I folded it up, so I used that to cut the lining piece. So the difference between the lining piece and the actual fabric is 2.5 inches. So by the time I fold it up like this, I sew it together, the lining and the actual fabric will join together and we have it looking like that. So that's it for the front. I went ahead to use the front to trace out the back, just like we normally do. So I placed the front piece on the back piece just like this, and I added the zipper allowance. So that's the difference between the front and the back piece. So this is it, guys. This is it for the skirt part of this dress. Now I'm going to place it aside. We start working on the upper bodies. So I'm going to bring these upper bodies. Now I'm going to go ahead and remove the pattern papers because it's time for us to start sewing. So just go ahead and remove your pattern paper. Go ahead and also place the lining pieces aside so we can start working on the actual fabric. So guys, after you are done doing that, now you're going to place the side front on the center front, just the right sides facing each other. So you are going to take this to the sewing machine, start sewing from the waistline. Okay, so you're just going to sew it like this, then you're going to sew on the curve just like this. Okay, so guys, this is it. If you missed my previous video on how to perfectly join a bustier, go ahead and use the card you are seeing on the screen right now to watch it. So guys, this is what you're going to have after you are done joining the side to the center. You can see I make a notch at that point. Now I'm going to bring my towel and I'll go ahead to iron the seam flat. After you're done ironing this side, guys, you're going to bring your tailor's ham. This is called a tailor's ham. Then you're going to put the bustier area on it just like this. Open the seam up like this and iron it out just the way you see me doing.
The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't want to waste what's left.
So guys, this is what you're going to have after you're done ironing. This is how it is looking like. So this is it from the back, as you can see. Now I'm going to bring the lining piece. I already went ahead to join the lining pieces together just the same way I joined the actual fabric. Now I'm going to place the lining piece and the actual fabric the right sides facing each other. Then I'm going to sew this hole. So guys, after you're done sewing the hole round, this is what you're going to have. Go ahead and make notches on it just the way you see me doing. So guys, after you're done doing that, you're going to put the lining through the hole and flip it to the other side. So guys, this is what you're going to have. Now go ahead and use your iron to iron it out very well. So guys, after you're done doing that, this is what you're going to have. Now I'm going to bring this black cotton bias. I'll be using it to turn the neck area. So just go ahead and sew it on the neck area just like this, just like that. Then you will turn it to the back and top stitches just the same way we normally use bias to, you know, sew on clothes. So this is how you're going to have it looking like after you're done doing that. You can see how neat it is looking. So guys, this is it. After you're done doing this, now I'm going to bring the back piece. I already went ahead to join the back pieces, I mean the actual fabric and the lining, and I sewed the dart on it and I close up the zipper allowance. Now I'm going to place the back and the front pieces aside, then we'll join the shoulders. So just use the lining of the back piece to turn it just the way you see me doing. So go ahead and turn it on it like this and sew it. So this is for us to be able to sew it in an invisible way so that the sewing wouldn't show. So this is what you're going to have after you're done sewing the shoulders together. So this is it, guys. So guys, I have this piece of cloth. I just wrapped it. I'm going to put it inside to actually substitute for breast so that I'll be able to, you know, trim it out effectively. So just put a piece of cloth inside that bustier area like that. Then first of all, take your shoulder measurement to make sure you have what you need. Then you're going to go ahead and cut out all the excesses. So there's excess from the front part here, so just cut it out. Then do the same thing here, just the way you see me doing. Then after you're done doing that, you're going to go ahead and measure around your armhole. If it is not up to what you need, you're going to expand it. So after measuring, it wasn't up to what I needed, so I decided to expand it a little bit. So just cut out of it. Now you're going to do the same thing to this other side, so cut it out a little bit. Then after you are done cutting out of the armholes like this, you're also going to measure it again to make sure that you have what you need now. So after I was done measuring, I had exactly what I needed. So that is it for that. Now you're also going to take the length, the half length. So just place your tape on the shoulder and measure down to the half length. After measuring, it was a bit longer than what I needed, so I needed to trim out of it just the way you see me doing. So go ahead and trim out of it just like that. That is if yours is longer. Then measure this side here to make sure that you have the same thing. So after you're done doing that, this is what you're going to have. Go ahead and remove the piece of cloth you put inside. So this is it, guys. Now I'm going to bring the sleeves. I already went ahead to hem the down part where I will be putting the elastic band, as you can see. Then I did the same thing to the other sleeve. Now I'm going to bring my elastic band. I already cut it out, so I measure around my round arm, and what I had was 11 inches, so I decided to cut the elastic band out using 12 inches, the extra 1 inch for the sewing allowance. Now I'm going to use my safety pin to put the elastic band through this place that I folded. Okay, so go ahead and do that.
Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, and on.
So guys, I'm done putting the elastic band through the two sleeves, as you can see. So this is how it's going to look like. I also went ahead to notch the middle of the sleeve just like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and attach the sleeve to the body. So to do that, so just take one of the sleeves, make sure that you place it the right side facing your fabric. Okay, so go ahead and place it on it like this. You're going to sew on it. So let me just use pin to demonstrate how you're going to sew it. So just go ahead and pin this part down just the way you see me doing. You're going to sew a straight line. You just sew on it. When you get to this end here, you will start making pleats on it just the way you see me doing. So just go ahead and pleat it in the way that you pleat the excess fabric in this side all the way to the shoulder line. Make sure that the notch is corresponding to the shoulder. Pleat it, then you sew it all the way to the end. After doing that, you're going to do the same thing to the other sleeve. So guys, this is what you're going to have after you're done attaching your sleeve. Did you see how it came out? So this is how it is going to look like. Okay, so this is the back. Now I'm going to bring the skirt part. I already went ahead to sew the lining to the actual fabric. Did you see? And I also sewed the dart on it. So this is it. So I did the same thing to the back piece. I sewed the lining to the pieces, and I also joined the zipper allowance area. I left like about 5 inches slit. I don't know if it is needed, so I just left slit there for now. And I also sewed the dart. I use a pin to pin down where my zipper will get to for now. So now I'm going to join the skirt part to the upper body. So just go ahead and place the front piece on the front part just like this. Take it to the sewing machine and you're going to sew it on it. After you're done doing that, this is how it is going to look like. Did you see how it is looking like? Then you're going to do the same thing to the back. You're going to open up your zipper allowance area, then you're going to sew the back piece to it. So guys, this is what you're going to have after you're done joining the skirt part to the upper body. You can see how it is looking like. So this is it. I also went ahead to fix the zipper. So this is it guys. So after you're done doing that, now I'm going to flip this to the wrong side just like this. You're going to go ahead and join the two sides together. So you go ahead and take your body measurement. You're going to take your bust measurement, your under bust measurement, your waist measurement, your hip measurement, then just go ahead and join it all the way to the end. Okay, so guys, this is what I had after I was done joining the sides guys. So this is it. Basically, this is all for the making of this dress. So this is how to make this dress guys. Let me know what you think about this video in the comment section. Let me know if you are going to be trying out this tutorial. Let me know if there's any part of this tutorial that wasn't clear. I'll try as much as possible to throw more light. Thank you so much guys for watching. I'll be seeing you all in my next video.